every drop counts. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
I know he does. And that's because today I have with us Jim Barbano of Third Rock Plumbing, owner and founder. So plumbing, you might think that's not that sexy, not that fun to talk about, but trust me, we're going to dive in. All things plumbing.
There you go.
Yes. I'm Kedier Bay, the owner and founder of Simply M The Movement. This is our spotlight interview when I introduce folks to you that I've met along my journey who I think are just amazing people, but are also doing great things to help others and make their lives better. So thank you for being here today, Jim.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, so much fun. So truth be told, Simply M The Movement is my second business. I've been in property management and real estate as well for 25 years. So I actually nerd out on things like this, like plumbing.
You can appreciate it.
100%.
Yeah.
And the truth is that everyone who calls you, I think, appreciates you. Because when there's a plumbing emergency or anything related to plumbing, they're happy to see your face.
Absolutely, yeah. When people call me, the one thing I have to avoid saying is, "Oh, how are you doing?" Because usually things are not going well when they call me. And so I try to avoid that question a lot of times, but yeah.
Sure. And so tell me, what is it that you find you come across the most often? Is it the plumbing emergencies or is it the plumbing projects, like the plumbing work that has to go along with a bath remodel or a kitchen remodel?
Usually, probably the majority of my calls are calls to make people's lives better. Whether we want to change out faucets because they're not working well, or whether they just want to upgrade their kitchen, add a clothes washer, connection because they don't have something accessible. So just ways to kind of improve on their lives is probably the biggest calls that I get. Certainly, we have to deal with emergencies as well, but that's probably a smaller part of my business.
Yeah. Well, so I really am changing hats here today. I'm putting on my property management hat.
There we go.
And we're going to geek out on this. So one of the things that I find, and I think you might agree, is that plumbing, like faucets or whatever, people be like, oh yeah, that's easy. I can do that. A handyman can do that or whatever. And that's not the case, and that's not true. How many times do you have to undo, redo, or go to emergency because someone did something? They're like, oh, that's easy, I can do that.
Right.
Or watch a YouTube video and give it a try.
Right.
That could be a catastrophe.
It definitely can be a catastrophe, yep. Because not everything goes the way it shows on a YouTube video. There's always going to be hurdles and things that people can't account for, and that's certainly where you need the experience and the tools to kind of get you over those hurdles and get the job done. Yeah, definitely.
And I want to mention, and the license, because that's a big thing. I don't know how much, coast to coast, and we'll touch on that, but here in Miami, definitely you need a license to do plumbing work, and there's a good reason for that.
Right.
Because you want to make sure that the person they know what they're doing.
Right.
But also that they're invested in what they're doing. Because you're licensed, you're insured.
Right.
You have your tools, you have your truck.
Yep.
So you're not a fly-by-night, in other words.
Yeah. In order to get a license, you have to have at least 3 years of experience under a journeyman plumber to teach you and show you. And, that's a minimum amount of time before you can even sit to have your license. So, and I've been plumbing for 20 years, so I've got all the hours that I need. But yeah, I mean, a license is important because it shows you've gone through the hoops and you've served your time to learn the craft, and you're not just there to kind of make some money. You're there to do things well and do it right.
Yeah. Well, he has all the years of experience. I don't know if you can see it through the video, through the screen, but he has amazing skin. You have really nice skin, by the way. Your pores are amazing. So anyways, back to plumbing. So you have the years of experience, and actually coast to coast, because where is it that you started your plumbing career originally?
Well, I started in Seattle with the Union Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local 32, rah. And was there for about 6 years doing new construction, which was a great foundation to really kind of understand how everything kind of gets put together behind the walls that you can't see. And then when I moved to North Carolina in 2006, I started doing service work where, we're fixing faucets, we're drain cleaning lines and doing all the stuff to keep people's life moving and better. So
yeah. So you went from Definitely very different weather. Seattle and Miami.
Oh yeah.
Here is humid, like 100% humidity, but we do get the sun.
Right. And there it's kind of 100% humidity too, but it's just gray.
Yeah.
There's no sun. So it's a much different, kind of wetness.
Yes, for sure. And then difference North Carolina to here. Aquí hablamos mucho español. Right? That's been fun, I'm sure.
Yep. Although there's definitely more similarities as far as just like the heat and humidity of the summer months in North Carolina is kind of like here like 9 months out of the year. So, we're a little prepared for the humidity, but maybe not the duration
of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
I can definitely say that we're happy to have you here in Miami.
Thank you.
And I know that you primarily focus on the Coral Gables and Coconut Grove area for folks that are here local, so that you know that. But what I also am so grateful for is the fact that when someone calls you, they get you, right? Let's talk about that, because there's a big difference.
Right. Yeah, so right now, I've been in business for about a year, and it's just me, which makes my life simple and which makes my customers' life simple because they know who they're dealing with. They don't have to go through an office person. They don't know if they're going to get some, tech that I just hired off the street. It's going to be, me, the licensee, the insured, that's going to be doing the work. And so everything I have to do has to be right, and I have to take pride in it because it's my name and reputation going behind it. So that's kind of the situation as far as when you're calling Third Rock Plumbing, you're going to be talking to me pretty much.
Yes. And it's going to be awesome. And it's not just him. Just Jim is enough. I don't know if you ever saw, what was it? Will and Grace? Just Jack.
That's right.
Just Jim. And he's awesome. So Third Rock, how did you come up with the name? Is there a story behind that, or was it just or is it on the show?
Well, so initially when I started, I was going to be Planet Plumbing, and I was going to be the environmental plumber, but there was a federal trademark already set up for Planet Plumbing, so I had to change it. One of the guys at the supply house would always say, "Hey, it's Third Rock from the Sun."
Oh my.
And so when I had to change it, I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty good. It's kind of the same thing but different." And so anyway, so that's how it kind of ended up.
That's so cool. I've always been meaning to ask you that,
Yeah.
I took this opportunity on camera, not knowing what the answer would be, but I had a feeling it was going to be something fun.
Third Rock from the Sun, yep.
Because you really do have such a fun personality. So
thank you.
yes. So I mean, who doesn't want a fun plumber coming to their house?
Hello.
Saying, yeah, we're gonna turn this situation around. So I started off with saying every drop counts, because that is your slogan. And I think it's a great one, because as much as we think about the environment now, conserving water, conserving energy, all those types of things. But true story, again, the property management nerd here, people don't realize those slow drips, that running toilet, oh my God, talk about that. Because those leak detection things that a licensed plumber like yourself can do can save you so much money.
Right, yeah. So the as far as leaks go, I was at a house yesterday where she had a $1,000 water bill, and usually it's like $300, and it was all because of 2 toilets that were just running. The flappers weren't working, and so it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you don't take care of those leaks, it can cost you real money. And another product that, I do provide. So if you're afraid of leaks, and if you're afraid of just severe water damage, water causes more damage than fire or electric or anything else.
Very true.
You can get automatic shutoffs. So if the sensors detect a major leak outside of your normal usage, it'll shut the water off to your house to prevent catastrophic damage. And so those are services that are available. Phyn, Phyn, is a very popular brand that I like to install.
Okay.
But there's lots of choices these days. It's become a popular project. And you might get a discount on your insurance as well.
Yes.
For doing something like that.
Yeah.
So something to consider.
No, and I actually think that there was a program, I'm not sure if it's still running, with Miami-Dade Water and Sewer, again, making comments that apply to our local area, but you can check it out wherever it is that you live, that they were actually offering incentives for folks, doing these leak detections and changing the flappers in the toilet and that sort of thing. So you don't want to run your mouth, and you don't want a running toilet. So
for sure.
2 things to keep in mind.
There you
so
go.
you save your money, you save money, and you save Mother Earth.
There you go.
Super important.
Absolutely.
Yes. So those are things, because there's always, and things that are like these types of service industries that are contractors, there's different things that you can offer. The preventive, the proactive, like leak
Right.
detections, the emergency stuff,
Right.
the support for projects, renovations that you're doing in your property.
Yep.
And not just in your home, you do commercial as well, right?
Yes, that's true. Yep. I've been working on some condo units.
Yes.
And yeah, I can service any kind of residential or commercial business. You know, everybody needs hot water, whether it's a business or a resident, and water filtration. So yeah, whatever your plumbing needs are, water fountains if it's a commercial situation, all those things I can handle and either improve or install or repair. So
Yeah. And you just got me thinking, so I'll be transparent here. I take hot showers, which everyone says is bad for your skin. You have great skin, but whatever. I have to. I just cannot, right?
Yeah.
I can't do it. But another thing too is that people don't pay attention to their water heater if they still have a tank water heater.
Right.
The rusting, the years, and then until it goes poof and it pops like a magical bubble.
Yeah.
And it's no bueno. It's not good. Not good at all.
Right.
And now you have the great option too of going tankless.
Yep.
Which also is a great way to conserve energy, to conserve water,
Yep.
save money, and all that good stuff. And do you install those as well?
I sure do, yeah. So if you have a tank water heater, after about 12 years, you're kind of playing with fire. That's kind of what the engineers kind of figure is going to last. But yeah, tankless is certainly a great option, and we install those. The beginning water temperature here in South Florida is so warm that the tankless water heaters don't need a whole lot of energy to get it up to that 120 or 130 degrees wherever whatever that sweet spot is for you. So you can get away with a pretty small water heater for a 2-bathroom house, and certainly they have much larger ones for larger houses, but tankless is a great option here in South Florida with our warm water.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And I want mine like at 200. No, I'm just kidding. Scathing, sizzling.
Steam. She likes her steam showers.
Yes. So what is your favorite part about doing what you do? Tell me what that is.
Favorite part? Well, my favorite part is that basically I get to do different things every day because you never know exactly what you're going to be up against. So the variety is really nice. I do like working with people and homeowners to kind of make their life better, to kind of improve their situation, because there's something satisfying about, whether it's a new toilet or a new faucet, it just kind of brightens up the space. And I do enjoy the troubleshooting and, the actual hands-on work, which is kind of why I went into plumbing. I kind of wanted to do something with my hands and fix things. And
Yes.
So the whole experience typically is pleasant. Nothing ever goes perfectly, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everything, like you said, it's an opportunity. It's an exchange of energy, of an experience. And at the end of the day, I mean, you exude the energy of like the fact that you love what you do. And I know that comes from the people that you meet and the people that you serve. And I think that's the biggest difference, folks. Obviously, the experience, being licensed, being insured, being available, being personable, but really caring about the fact that someone's trusting you with a situation, with their property, right?
Thank you, Kitty. You say it so well.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, that is beautiful. Absolutely.
And it's all true.
Yeah.
Because I know that that's who you are and what you so.
Absolutely.
If you're not in Miami, I'm sorry you don't get to work with Jim,
Yeah.
but you want to find a gym where you are, and
Find your gym.
Find your gym. But if you're in Miami, you definitely want to contact Jim. And before I ask you to share how people can find you, I do want to say that it's true he loves to work with his hands because you are the orchid whisperer, from what I understand.
I try anyway, yes. Yeah. We have a small little backyard and we're stuffing it with orchids. So whenever I need to get a flower for my wife, she gets an orchid. So, yeah.
See? You see? My goodness. You just want to put them in your pocket and take them home. But yes, Heather herself, your wife, told me, and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And apparently you have a nose and an eye, and the orchids find you.
There you go.
And then you show up with all these gorgeous orchids. So yeah.
They're so beautiful, yeah. That's one of the great things about Miami, for sure.
Yeah, no, but I love that you bring beauty into your home. for you and your wife and your children.
Absolutely.
And that's just a wonderful thing. So
That's right.
spreading the love with the orchids, but spreading the love with the amazing plumbing work.
There you
Remember,
go.
every drop counts. So let the good people know how they can find you, Jim.
So, certainly my phone number, 305-902-4663. I actually purchased that phone number because it's 902-HOME, 305-902-HOME. And then, of course, the website, Third Rock Plumbing, or thirdrockmiami.com. I have a Facebook page. I don't know about Instagram, but we'll look into that. But anyway.
But we're on Facebook.
There you go. Absolutely. Yeah.
Follow and friend Jim from Third Rock Plumbing. You're not going to regret it. Thank you, Jim, for being here today.
Thank you, Kitty. I really appreciate it.
Yes,
This
yes.
has been so much fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Until next time, remember, stay positive, stay happy, be blessed, and be a blessing. See you soon.